don't beat your brushes. I'm just doing that for comedic effect. Alright, I'm going to tap in here a few times, flip the brush over. And I do this so I don't get streaks. If I do it without doing that, then it's not evenly distributed and you get streaks. I don't want streaks. Up in the left. Let's change things. I'm going to add some crimson. I'm going to start that all right. A different color. I feel like I've been doing phthalo blue and everything, so I wanted to switch it up a little bit. I got something different. So now it looks like there's a little bit of wind flowing there because the brush strokes are up and to the right. All right. Let's see. What do we do now? Clouds. Clouds are always good. I also have this script liner I want to do something with. I don't know what happened to it, but it's kind of exploded, and I feel like you could do something fun with that. So I'm going to save it for something special. All right, let me make sure this fan brush is good. I haven't been using the paint thinner to clean the brushes, so sometimes they get stuck together. Seems okay. We'll see. Let's do, actually, no fan brush clouds. Let's do palette knife clouds. Those are fun. Start knife parallel, cut down to the right, gives you this little roll of paint. Always good. I'm just cutting a swooping motion. Over more than once, and you end up with this, the color gets picked up, so it's not as bright. Just the same swooping motion. Wipe off the knife. Let's see what we want to do. That's pretty good for a background, I think. Maybe, let's see. Keep closing the chat on X, and I never know, because it doesn't make a sound if someone joins. I don't know if someone joins to watch. So hopefully nobody's watching. Let's see. I like using one brush is white, one brush for the sky, and then one for green. I don't know, it helps me keep the color separated, otherwise I just go into whatever and it ends up looking weird. And I add some of this red. It's blue, like a purple color. I'm gonna add some green. I want some background trees. Actually, I need to put in something. Let's do some water in here. Let's do some water from this side. Here's some more blue. Tap it so it gets evenly distributed. Let's do it all the way across this way. Maybe we'll have like a river. Well, not too big of a river. Usually I make them big. This one I don't want to do very big. Okay. And maybe we'll have two bends in the river. So let's start the first one. This one's far away. It's going to be a little faded out. Pick up the light, and it'll get more faded out as we go across. Yeah, that's good. splash some of that down into the water. One big tree, some smaller trees as it comes around. Come across. Very far away trees. So I think that's good for there. Oh, my video's backed up. Okay. Just something in the background. And I'll pick this color up. Add a little bit of brown. Just a very small amount of paint though. You don't want a lot here. I'll start over here. It's a little darker. And then it picks up more white and it gets blended out. As you come across. There you go. Put this down. Hopefully that doesn't fall on the ground. Always a risk of the palette falling. Okay. I'm just going to blend this a little bit. Just a light separator there. Just a little bit of white. I don't want it to be that strong. There's something in the background. Okay. Wipe my palette knife off here. Let's see what we want to do now. I think we can put in a... Let's see. Probably put in a cliff over here or something. We won't do that. Not a cliff. Or maybe it would be called a cliff. Let's see. So I'll take some sienna. That green color, a little bit of black, and then some white. That's pretty good. Okay, let's put in some cliffs here. I actually might extend this over. Let's do that. Let's extend this over even to here. And scrape up on the top, just so it looks like it's, that's where our top of our cliff will be. Keep going over here. Scraping something down here towards the bottom. Let's firm this up just a little bit here on the edge. I just want an edge that sticks out, so that's what I'm doing there. Here we go. Come on. And I just go over a few times to straighten it out. I don't want too much paint down there at the bottom, so I'm going to scrape most of that off. Okay. And over here, maybe we'll put in a tree. But first, let's take this, and we're just going to scrape this down here. We just need a color. Well, there goes the red. Runaway red. It's too slippery. Okay, all good. Take this, pull this down here. I just need a reflection of this thing in the water. That's all I want. And it'll be pretty heavy. So. Grab the left. Here we go. Okay. So there is a cliff. Do we want to add some maybe trees or bushes to the top? Let's do that. So I'm going to take some green, sap green, some phthalo green, make it a little darker, and then maybe just a touch of crimson. going to throw in some trees on top. This might be a little too light, but I'll add this in first and then we can figure out what we want to do to the bottom. I'm just pushing in and up with the fan brush. Over on this side, it just kind of blends out. So we have some kind of trees growing on top. Actually, that doesn't look, I don't know. Does that look bad? I feel like it's not too bad. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with this. This fan brush is exploding. Happens sometimes. Alright, now we got some trees up here. I'm trying to put all my dirty brushes in one spot because I forgot to clean one of them last time and it got stiff. So, let's see. Let's add a little bit more yellow. Or white. That's white, not yellow. A little bit more cyan. And we'll just start highlighting some of this. Just pull down, straight down. Same kind of stroke though, where you take it from the right and cut to the left at a slight angle, and that gives you this little roll of paint, as they say. Okay. Just keep grabbing more as we go. Use up all of this probably to make different rock-looking shapes. Just kind of scrape it down however you want. Towards the middle there I want to put trees though, so that's why I'm leaving that space open. Grab my paper towels again. Wipe that up. Why does this keep... I don't know what's up with YouTube these days, but it'll just randomly pause all the time. Okay. So I got our little cliff here. Let's see. Let's add in some trees. Always good to have trees. I'll keep using the fan brush. It works pretty good. So I'll take, this is midnight black, that greenish color. And we will start throwing this in over here. So let's do... tree over here, and it comes down. Grab some more of that. I might actually put too much liquid white on here. That's why it's not working as good as it usually does, which can happen sometimes, but it's hard to tell, at least from this angle. So I'm going to add some more black and brown in there, darken it up just a little bit, just say down here at the bottom. I want this to be as dark as possible. And then I want to leave this not super. I want some of the blue to show there because I want this to look like a little outcropping. Smack straight down with that around this base, and then we're going to work it in here. Okay, so a little bit more phthalo green, sap green, midnight black, and then we're just going to come into the side here. And these are going to start looking like evergreens here in some spots, a little different. So down the bottom, push up. Some more dark color. Just has to be slightly darker than this mountain or this cliff color. There we go. Alright, and then we do want to mash that in down this way. This one's really big, so he probably goes all the way to the bottom. something like that. And we'll grab our 2-inch brush that we've been using to basically pull down and do that here. Wipe this off and gently hold with the left. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So there's our little side thing. Where'd my palette knife go? Oh, it's back here. So now I'm going to take this color, start color, add a little bit of blue, just a little bit, darkish green. And we're going to take this. This is going to be something we just pull in here. Just some color to make it seem like there's a shoreline here. A little hard to see because of the glare, but I think it's there. I'll take this green color and put that on top, just a little bit around the edges. There. And then we're going to highlight the trees. Highlight the trees. Let's see what we want to use. Could use yellow, I think. Yellow on the fan brush. It's already very thin, so we don't have to do much work here. Because as soon as we go in with this, it's going to get darker. So let's start up here in the middle. Just do these in little pockets, kind of. Start around the points where you want the most separation. Especially over here. And then as we come in, it gets a little less. Pick up more of the dark colors. Stop sticking out as much. I'm aiming for all those dark areas, really. Anywhere I see a dark pocket, that's where I try and put a tree. Especially on the tops of these ones. You could use the 1-inch brush for this, it would be a lot faster. But sometimes I like the shape that the fan brush makes. That's why I use it instead. Down, these are more and more, or less and less visible. To make something less visible, I just hit it more times and it goes away. So you pick up more of those darker colors. There. Just like that. And then we can throw some of that color down here too. Very easy. Very easy. But you gotta be gentle, otherwise it goes away. I might not even pull it this way. No, why not? There we go. Just a little color. Something like that. Knee. Okay, let's throw it on this left side. I'll use some more of this green, brown, black. Very dark. I can put this down here. Needs to be darker than that, though. Just something in the front. Out front of that plane. There we Big tree. Big trees, you just kind of make sure your brush is flat. And this is crimson, black, phthalo green, and a little sap green in there. But just make sure your brush is kind of flat. And mash it in a right and left, right and left. Just kind of do that all the way down. And you have a tree. And if you don't like some sides of the tree, then you can just swap over them with another tree. Very easy. It can be a crooked tree, it can be a straight tree. Doesn't really matter. Just whatever kind of tree you want to make. There we go. And we'll do one more. Why not? What the heck? Do one more down here. These are little tiny little baby tree. Maybe it's more of a bush. Like he's down there, just hanging up. And then we can add one here. That's an actual bush. Let's do some more. Let's just add a bunch of bushes. I don't know. I feel like adding bushes today. There you go. Something like that. Alright, now we go grab this yellow again. There's already some green on it, some of that color, and it goes darker green right away. And we just come up here and touch the sides of this tree. Anywhere you think there would be a branch, you poke it, and then you go to the left. So the light's coming this way, you poke it, and go to the left. Same with this little tree. Poke it, work right to left. And then you can just hit it here and there, wherever you want. Down towards the bottom doesn't matter as much. Really, it's just the tops and the sides that matter the most. And down here, we got this little tree. And this little bush over here. Bushes are kind of easy because you tap, at least with the fan brush. And this is how I do them. There's a million ways to do them, but I just kind of tap at the top, and then I go to the right. And then I tap in the middle, and then I go to the right. And then I rock back and forth, and that makes a little bushy shape. See? Just like that. And then for grass, you kind of do push straight in. Same way, all the way down, just push straight in. But you don't want to cover up. They say this all the time, don't cover up all of your darks. Because if you cover up all the dark, then your painting looks like it's a flat, like a potato. You don't want a potato, you want some light here and there. There you go, something like this. Something that looks, I don't know, like maybe there's something in there. It's actually kind of nice. I'll leave that one alone. No need to piddle. You can piddle if you want to, but I don't need to piddle. Alright. Make sure nothing's going on with my work stuff. Nothing going on as usual. Nothing. Okay. Let's sign this one. We can start it. I have one more that I can do probably. Alright. This paint's already super thin because of the not enough oil in it. I was supposed to go to the market this last weekend, but I ended up not going because I didn't have all my paintings done that I wanted to. And I have a sign that I made, but it wasn't right either, so I wasn't really ready for it. Hopefully I'll be ready for the next one. It's, I think it's going to be in August. I'll be there for that. We'll see. this one down. Oh, I gotta take a picture first. Step one. Always take a picture. I'm not a huge fan of the background, so I might actually mess this up here. Once I look at it in a picture, it seems too bright. Gotta be careful to stay away from the trees. There we go. Just gotta get rid of these big smudges, really. Too smudgy, too bright. Even these. There. Just gotta be careful. Okay. I think that's a little bit better. Let me know what you think. If I ruined it or not. Who knows?